But Ben with an anemic 10.5. God, he threw that friggin' game away with his 3 interceptions. Lynch with only a 10.2, and not much to speak of after that. So good try there, but not enough to get it done against Team Mouseketeers. Congrats, Terry, on that one. Let's go to the standings. Am I right, my friend?
Yeah, we can do that. Let me pull those up really quick, and then why don't you dig out your transactions and maybe a little trade talk this week.
You want to do that first? You want to do that before the standings?
My sources are correct. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's go to standings really quick. We still have a two-way tie at the top. Punishment Due, though, however, has 1279 to Kevin Clemens is 1270, so very tight at the top. But Todd sits atop the mountain at 7-1, and then we've got a two-way tie for third. We've got Ralph Wiggum Experience and the Braille Bombers. I helped her stay near the top of the pile.
Yeah.
They both have 5-3. There are now only 3 teams tied for 5th place at an even 500 record. We have the Van Houten Vandals, the Wild Poopers, and the aforementioned Mouseketeers.
I think he means a 4.
We have a two-way tie for 8th, barely clinging to playoff hopes. That would be Voldemort and myself at 3 and 5. And we now have a larger grouping at the bottom. In 10th place, we have a 3-way tie. Records are 2 and 6. We've got the Jerk Store, Malibu Stacy's, and Chalupa Batman.
Yeah, that's rough going for those ones. And yes, the man sitting on the mountain of skulls is Todd with the Punishment Due. Clemens right on his heels. Let's see what the rest of it holds. I'm excited. 3 more weeks to get to see who's going to be in the playoffs. And let's not forget, folks, that this year, even if you're in the losing bracket, you're still playing for something. You're playing for where you get to choose your spot. So it is not all lost. You can take that number 1 spot and hopefully not get bit by the injury bug like Kev did this year, but maybe get somebody that actually stays healthy for the entire year. So with that, let's move to the, you want to do the trade first, or you want to do the ads?
Yeah, let's talk about the trade first.
All right, so big trade this week between father and son. Oh, those sneaky devlins. Jason has basically thrown the dice because he is gambler. He's putting all his money on black, or should I say Mark Ingram and Odell Beckham Jr. He's thinking those two are going to carry him to victory, whereas he gives up. Are you ready for this laundry list, people? Dougie Martin, Brandon Cooks, Darren McFadden, Jeremy Macklin, Chris Johnson, and Christine Michael. I mean, he's basically saying, hey, I'm trading all this to get these 2 big studs, and they better pan out for me. Now, what I really hope is this week when Jason plays my mom, those 2 mail in some crappy performances and he loses. That would just be oh so ripe. But I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll have to wait and see. On the waiver wire, very quiet, which surprised me, especially given some of the potential talent and fill-ins that are out there. I really thought there would be a bidding war between for Golden Tate and or Jeremy Langford. Now, Jeremy Langford, you may not know who he is, Kev, because you don't keep up with things. But Matt Forte is injured, maybe out a few weeks, so Langford is going to get all of his carries, right? So he's the number 1 guy in Chicago now. And then Tate, obviously Tate's Tate, right? I mean, yes, Detroit's been up and down, but who doesn't want Golden Tate on their team, right? Somebody, I think Todd dropped him. I'm like, hell, I'll bid for him. So I overbid on both those guys. I overbid on Golden Tate by $26, and Jeremy Langford by $20. Could have spent $1 each of them and got them, but I got them both. I also picked up Vernon Davis out of now in Denver, and Jameis Winston as my backup quarterback because Mariota is still injured and come back from that one, so I needed just somebody backup that was healthy, you know?
Yeah, no, and I have not been out on the waiver wire much lately, and so I decided to contact my personnel.
Hey, you gotta lean down, dude. I can't see your eyes. Lean forward a bit or scoot down. There you go. That's better. Better, yes.
I reached out to my personnel manager to find out why we haven't been picking up anybody on the waiver wire.
And?
This is what I got back. Bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for this. I don't know.
You got a hell of a manager there, right, son? I'm telling you. All right, let's look to next. Oh, wait. Announcements before. No, we'll do announcements at the end. Let's go to next week. Let's talk about some matchups.
All right, let's see what I got. Week 9, little brother. We have. Oh, my God.
Yes, it's on the Donkey Kong.
I blew my head back. Look at that. Camp Krusty versus the Van Houten Vandals, which could be an elimination game heading towards playoffs. You
Oh,
never
yes.
know. I'm going to go out on a limb here. Well, it's a fairly hefty limb. It's like a steel girder.
Watch it.
Saying that I shall beat the Van Houten Vandals. Lord Vader, rise.
You are the
Sorry.
worst ever right there with that impression. You sound like Orson Welles, something like that. All right, let's talk.
Wine before it's time. Like a drunk Orson Welles. Oh, Rosebud.
Okay,
Sorry.
let's talk about your Rosebud here. We got Cam Newton going up against Peyton Manning. They're giving them both 22 points. I doubt both are going to hit that. We're looking at Woodhead versus an out Bell, so obviously that's going to be Williams. We'll see how that goes. It should be interesting. We got A.J. Green back in my lineup. Antonio Brown hopefully doing well. Your Floyd is on the bench, so that's hopefully going to help me. Peterson could have a good day for you. Johnson could have a good day. It's going to be a tough one. It's hard to call my own thing, but I'm telling you, I need this game. You need this game. It's going to be a battle. I'm hoping you're going to be around. We're going to be at a bar, so it sucks. I wish I could talk to you during it, but maybe I'll Skype you from the bar or talk to you somehow, because I got to talk to you during this game because it's going to be on. And I cannot wait for this because...
Okay, next, we've got the Wild Poopers against Chalupa Batman.
Yes. This one looks like a rather one-sided affair right now, but again, she has not updated her lineup. Aaron Rodgers looking to have a big day along with... Lord, hopefully nobody else on his team, really. They all have middling scores. Whereas she's got Demaryius Thomas looking like a big day. Matt Ryan looking like a big day. Frank Gore, maybe. We'll see. Who she got on her bench? She's got Robinson and Garcon. Okay, they'll be coming back maybe. We'll see. I'm calling this one for Wild Poopers to get right. Sorry, Chalupa Batman. I think she's due for a win. I think Maddie Ryan has a big day in San Francisco, City by the Bay. What's next?
Well, unfortunately for my wife, this week, she goes up against the Jekyll and Hyde Smashers, and as the underrated band Nitro once said, there's a freight train coming.
But you know what I'm thinking is, yes, you're right. This looks like it's a no-brainer. It looks like Dawn's going to easily just lay down, but I'm calling my shot right here. I think Dawn is going to treat Kevin much like... Buster did to Dawn in the laundry room. She's going to jump up on top of him and knock him into the wall and knock a little sense into him and knock him down. What? Smashers? You're going down.
Eat one of my work gloves and pee on my tools.
Exactly. Let's hope she does that. What's next?
All right, next we have the Ralph Wiggum Experience going up against the Braille Bombers.
Yep, and another one that she is convinced she's already lost the game before she started, but I'm calling it here. Ingram and Beckham have subpar days. She gets away with a win here. She overcomes it. It's going to be Andrew Luck versus his predecessor, now in Denver. Peyton Manning should be quite the matchup. I'm calling it. McCoy's going to be running crazy. I think my mom's going to get it done. And again, you're going to have a loss by Clemens and a loss by Jason. Next up,
we've got the Mouseketeers going up against the Jerk Store in, probably another game that could have playoff implications. Some of these teams at 2